Good morning, Big 12 Nation. This is the Baylor Bears preview. The Baylor Bears made some offseason moves by getting the QB Langway from Florida. Now, Baylor will open up against Auburn. Auburn, I believe the game will be in Atlanta. So, for anybody in Texas, Atlanta to Auburn would be like somebody driving from, let's say, Temple or Austin to Waco, or let's say like Tyler Waco. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours or something like that. It ain't far. It's most likely a home game for Auburn. It would be like Baylor playing at Dallas Cowboy Stadium to make it make more sense to anybody. Now the next game, which they need this win, which the next game will be versus Prairie View A&M. That will be at home. HBCU, local in Texas. Winnable game for the Bears. Then at home versus Louisiana Tech, another winnable game for the Bears. Right. All right. Then the first league game will be against the Colorado Buffaloes. Now, Coach Dave Aranda and Coach Prime really will need these games. Both of them need to get to a bowl game this year to keep their fan bases happy. So that will be a big game. I won't be surprised if ESPN has it on as the first game at noon or the night game. At Arizona State, winnable game. They did lose their QB, Scatterboo's in the NFL. But they did pick up some key pieces this offseason with the NIL and the transfer portal. One of them being the big receiver from Colorado. I can't think of his name, but he's been a part of the Colorado offense back when Shedeur Sanders was there, and Travis Hunter were there. I remember him having two big touchdowns versus USC when Colorado was still in the Pac-12. But yeah, that'll be a good game. Baylor needs to win that game. Home versus TCU. They need to return the favor. That's always a good rivalry game. Two Christian schools in the Big 12. So I love the Baylor versus TCU game every year. Very close to each other too in proximity. I mean, honestly, I don't think anybody's closer in the Big 12 except maybe Kansas and Kansas State. Because Iowa State's a ways away from some of the other schools. All right, Kansas at Kansas in Lawrence. Kansas will need this win. Baylor will need this win no matter what their record are. Both of them will need this win. So big road game for them at Central Florida. Another road game 2 weeks in a row. Baylor will be on the road. That's October 30th, so Halloween weekend. Home versus Iowa State. We'll see how the Cyclones look without Matt Campbell now that he has made his transition to Penn State. He's in Happy Valley now. At BYU, tough game. We know no matter what's going on, playing in Provo, Utah is extremely hard. Texas Tech, we'll see what the Texas Tech saga is now that we know what's going on with their QB. That was a big situation. We know this offseason, as I've been saying for years, the transfer portal needs to be one window for all sports in the spring. Makes the most sense. This is exactly why you don't need to have your team assembled in January because stuff is going to go. It's life, guys. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But when you can have one portal window, and if the person doesn't want to go back to the team, they can go take classes somewhere in the spring and then do what they need to do before the fall. But that's a whole nother video. All right. At Houston, Baylor will be looking to get its revenge against Houston. Houston had a pretty big year, and then that's how they will close out the schedule. And I'm sure the Bears want to get to the Big 12 championship game. Is it in Dallas? Yep, it's in Dallas at AT&T Stadium. But that's all I got for this one, guys. Big 12 Nation. What are your thoughts? How do you think the Baylor Bears will, end this year? How will their record be? I give them 7+ wins. I think they're gonna have to find a way to get 7+ wins. Their defense wasn't that bad last year. Sawyer Robinson was great, but they have a great athletic quarterback now. Let's see what happens. Peace, y'all.